Hey everybody, great Thursday, first day of the NBA Finals, but that's not what this is about. I've got my Strength in Numbers shirt. But it's about a press release I received this one I'll show you right now as soon as I can get this cord out of the way and situated. I just did there, and boom, there it is. Okay, it says look up, plane flies over Facebook's annual shareholder meeting with a Freedom from Facebook banner, it says today, as Facebook holds its annual shareholder meeting in Menlo Park, Freedom from Facebook launched a new multifaceted campaign to target company shareholders and employees and to highlight the need for the Federal Trade Commission to break up Facebook's monopoly. Freedom from Facebook is flying a plane with a banner reading, "You broke democracy, freedomfromfacebook.com," over the meeting at Facebook's Menlo Park, California office. And here's the deal there. You broke democracy, okay? See that? And then they say there's going to be a Freedom from Facebook digital ad campaign. Let me read the rest of it to you. And then I'll give you my comments on this. This says there will also be a new Freedom from Facebook digital ad campaign targeting the meeting and Facebook's offices around the country. The ad, called "Don't Get Zucked," features Mark Zuckerberg's real instant message transcripts from when he called Facebook users dumb effers for sharing their personal information. And they had the copy of the ad, which I can't play for copyright reasons. Then it says, additionally, Freedom from Facebook Coalition member Zum of Us is a Facebook shareholder, and some of us members sent over 1,500 emails to 212 pension funds urging them to vote withhold on Zuckerberg's appointment and in support of proposals 4 and 6. Don't know what 4 and 6 are here because it doesn't explain that. Filed an exemption letter, calling on shareholders to vote withhold on Mark Zuckerberg's appointment to the board, a recommendation shared by renowned proxy advisory firm Institutional Shareholder Services, ISS, and 3, senior campaigner Reem Suleiman and capital markets advisor Lindsley will be present at the shareholders meeting in Menlo Park. And then there's a quote here. And I have to candidly apologize. My contact lenses need to be replaced. So until that happens, the reading I'm doing is at times a little bit stuttered. Not stuttered, but how do I say it? Slower than I would like. Let me put it that way, okay? Yeah. So at any rate, I will continue. Given what we know, the goings-on at Facebook, this is a quote, over the past 6 months, it is clear the company has little to no means of accountability when it comes to Mark Zuckerberg, who consistently serves as his own boss. As consumers, we cannot rely on corporate behemoths like Facebook to voluntarily hold themselves accountable, which is exactly why the Federal Trade Commission must take matters into their own hands and regulate this communication mega corporation, said Reem Suleiman, senior campaigner at Some of Us. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg has also held the role of board chair since 2012. Over half of non-insider shareholders supported our 2017 shareholder proposal for an independent board chair at Facebook, In 2018, the case for independent board leadership is stronger than ever. While shareholders do not elect corporate management, we do elect members of the board of directors, and Zuckerberg should no longer hold both positions, said Lisa Lindsley, capital markets advisor at Sum of Us. Freedom from Facebook, a diverse group of organizations who share deep concerns about Facebook's extraordinary power over our lives and democracy, is calling on the Federal Trade Commission to use its broad authority to break up Facebook's monopoly. I'll explain why I'm laughing in a little bit. By spinning off WhatsApp's, Instagram, and Messenger, develop interoperability standards that allow users to communicate between competing social networks and implement strong privacy rules to give users more control over the collection and utilization of their personal information. And then you can find out more information. You visit the Freedom from Facebook website and petition demanding the Federal Trade Commission break up Facebook and implement strong privacy rules at freedomfromfb.com. Now, let me say something here. In the early days of the tech as we know it, when Mark Zuckerberg was routinely snapping up the Crunchies Award for the best time waster, what people didn't realize is, I think among the general public, if they ever knew about this to begin with, is that if a tech company builds an app, and we always talk about building a killer app, where people hang around sometimes for hours on end, they've achieved the Holy Grail. But note, in doing so, they didn't hypnotize anyone to use, in this instance, Facebook. So the idea that Facebook is, something that the law has forced upon us, that's the implication of this proposal, is silly. This is not AT&T. This is not a phone line, okay? It's not something that we have to use. You can go to your computer and you have a choice of going to Facebook or some other platform. Now, if this organization wants to finance the development of a Facebook killer social media system, fine. If it wants to advance something that it appears to want to advance, which is better connectivity between a platform like YouTube and Facebook, I'm all for that. Because as far as I'm concerned, as a YouTube partner, I should be able to put my YouTube videos on Facebook, and you should be able to see the same large thumbnail, enlarged, okay, and playable right there as you used to be able to see, okay? Good morning, Eric Young. And that's a big deal. I mean, Eric, I don't know what you think about Facebook, but I happen to like Facebook. What I'm talking about is what to me is a fundamental misunderstanding of how tech works with respect to what are called business to consumer applications like Facebook, or even B2B applications or SaaS applications. SaaS is a shorthand for software as a service. You have a choice not to use those platforms. You have a choice not to use Facebook. Facebook is addictive to millions, well, billions of people now, okay? And the only way, well, I don't hear that every day. The only way to stop that is to, frankly speaking, the only way to stop that is to have a, how do I say it? Is to have a kind of a competitor. That's it. It's not, a simple, it's not a simple equation. It's just, I mean, it's not a complicated equation is what I meant to say. It is a simple equation. And it really is. It's a simple equation. So I really wholly object to this idea that that Facebook can be broken up. Eric says that Facebook is an asset to him, and he says it's a valuable asset. Why is that, Eric? I'm curious. Not that I disagree. I just want to see your text as to the answer to my question. And good morning if I didn't say so. But it's the case. Yeah, Eric, you are the only one on here. This is not normal time that I live stream, but I'm going to make more live stream videos when I can, and I've got to go back. But I wanted to get this out because I received this press release, so I thought it was very important to communicate this bit of news. So what I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to take this press release information and I'm going to paste it into this video that I'm making here, right now, okay? So that you can read the entire press release for yourself and you know, come to your own decisions and conclusions about this, Eric and others. But I happen to think this is a bit, I don't want to be insulting, but I think it's the wrong way to go about it, okay? If you want to create a Facebook competitor, you have to finance potential Facebook competitors. That's what you have to do. And they're not going to get what they want this way. Regarding Facebook as like AT&T, just doesn't work. I do agree that Facebook has risen to the point where it has a power over our society because our society wants to use it that makes it, for all practical purposes, a type of utility. It is a public good. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. But this suggestive way, this way of trying to deal with Facebook is wrong. I mean, I regard Facebook as more like a benevolent drug that people feel like they have to have. You know what I mean? Again, it's not something that a person ingests. It's something a person does. And now, can we go the next step and say, well, gee, we should think of that as something that we have to regulate because of its hypnotic effect on people? That delves into an area of social control that I simply cannot support. But you know what? If you're talking about breaking up Facebook, and you realize you really can't break it up per se, something like that would be the next logical step. Not desirable at all, but given the kind of control that these folks are talking about exacting, that would be the next step. I just think Facebook, I think the really simple answer with respect to Facebook is to make it an open system. It's a closed system. A lot of what happens on Facebook is not does not appear on different search engines. It's not for reasons, for psychological reasons, not because of, oh, I don't want to share. No, it's because Mark doesn't want the website to be victimized by giant attempts at brute force attacks on the server, where you link on to the website and you pull from it and from different areas, and you cause the server some weakness and you cause it to shut down. That's what he doesn't want. Okay, and I get that. I get that. That's something that you would get with the kind of constantly updating system of pages that he has on Facebook. That's not that's unavoidable. Okay, that is unavoidable in and of itself. It just is. So anyway, I gotta go, but I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.